What is the difference between tactics and strategy? I'll tell you. Strategy builds a foundation. It builds a foundation that you can build your skyscraper of life upon. Tactics are the bricks and the mortar and the windows and the doors. What am I talking about? I'm talking about the difference between building your acting career and your life that will stand the test of your lifetime, or having that same structure fall in on itself. So here's a few things that you can do to avoid the demolition of your skyscraper of life. The first thing I want to talk about is tactics. Now, tactics are cosmetics, when it comes to architecture, because we're stuck on buildings here, is the things that make aesthetically beautiful. The furniture, the walls, the ceiling, the color paint, or the artwork. Now, in acting, the tactics or cosmetics of acting, I gave you just a few here. The brick and mortar of acting. Books, movies, classes, who you know, and where you've been. Now, I've got to tell you something. If you focus only on the tactics or the cosmetics of acting, your acting career will collapse. Because many times when we get discouraged, we fall back or we default to tactics instead of strategies, which actually builds the foundation of our lives and of course, of our acting career. Now, have you ever been distracted? Distractions everywhere. Distractions. What do? We reel it in. And if we don't reel it in, guess what? We're going to fall back on our arses. We're going to fall back on our tactics or what makes us feel comfortable, i.e. our achievements.
Well, David, let me tell you something. I got books coming out of my ears on acting. I've read most of them, and they're sitting there on the shelf collecting dust. Also, I'm a movie buff. Yeah, I remember I was an extra in this one movie. It was fantastic. And I got some camera time. That's right. And I've taken classes, and I've taken many classes on acting, and I'm pretty good. What else? I know people. Well, not personally, but I know some really famous actors on Facebook. And they said hi to me a couple of times. That's right. Where have I been? I've been everywhere. I've been in Canada and across the U.S., and I've done this film and that film and stuff, and all kinds of things. Yeah, I like my cosmetics.
Well, that's really good and all, but I have a question for you. What are you doing right now actively in acting? How are you building your foundation so your skyscraper can grow even taller and stronger?
What? Nah, it's all right. Yeah, I ran into a little problem a couple of years ago. I had to cover some bills and things. But you know what? It's all right, because I have a lot of trophies out there, like I was just telling you.
Many times, many times, you as an actor, me as an actor, we get frustrated. And then we feel, oh, well, I am so exhausted. I've tried for years to become an actor. I've tried for years to become the actor that I wanted to be, the person that I wanted to be. And then we go to default. We default our tactics, our little comfort zones here and there, looking at our trophies, looking at this and that and our accomplishments of the past. The very fact that you have a past of accomplishments should push you forward. Because I tell you what, a foundation holds things up. You need to work on your foundation every single day. If you don't, it will collapse. It will rot away, and everything will come tumbling down. So the question is, how do you build a foundation? How do you keep that strong and firm so you don't collapse? 3 ways. 1, 2, 3. Do you want to know them? Write them down. Here they are. RAS. Now, RAS is an acronym. Actually, it's an acronym in the medical field. Let's start there. But I kind of changed. But in the medical field, RAS stands for Reticular Activating System. It is a part of your brain that remembers images. Have you ever wanted a beautiful Mustang, cherry red? And you had magazines about it, and you had posters about it, and you had on the internet, and you're looking at pictures constantly, and all of a sudden, for some strange reason, you go outside, and you suddenly see red cars, red sports cars of all types, especially Mustangs. What is going on? Is it the universe telling you, oh, it is yours? No. It's your reticular activating system. It enables you to focus on that particular desire of your heart. Now what I did, I very cleverly took RAS and made it into an acronym of my own. Here it is. Research and study. Now quite honestly, I am sure that you're very, very good at research. I know you are. I am too. Why? How? I'll tell you how. Because we do this all day long. We look up facts and figures and TMIs with not enough ENA, too much information, not enough action. So we go like this, and we're looking up information, and our big head gets even bigger. Auditions, not a problem either. So we're auditioning, we're connecting, we're doing on Zoom, online auditions, and sometimes even we go outside and we're doing auditions in person. Amazing. But there's a thing about study, and I want to tell you something about study. Study is your foundation. Study is the foundation of your acting career and your life. Have you ever seen a tree grow overnight? I don't think so. Maybe in the Garden of Eden when God first created the world, the earth. However, what they do is they go deep in the soil and that seed dies, and all of a sudden you have a little sapling coming out of the top of the soil. That is study, my friends. That is study. That is, watch, I'll show you right now. One of my favorite playwrights of all time, Neil Simon. Now here's what you do. Here's about study, okay? Because everybody in this world tends to go too fast. You read. That's study. Isn't that amazing? Do you remember that? Even for the Generation Z out there, study is reading, slowing down to allow that seed of greatness to break through the soil. Because if you do not study, you will suck at your auditions and the research won't mean anything. So, fellow actor, I hope this woke you up, because it's very, very important if you want your acting career to grow and to be bigger than anyone else's. You have to have a foundation. You've got to build your foundation with RAS, especially the study. If you need a coach, I may be the one for you. DavidThompsonCoaching.co, DavidThompsonCoaching.co. Subscribe, like, and share this video. And again, RAS. Get your RAS moving.